It's fall in Northern California, in Berkeley in particular, and we're at the Martin Luther King Middle School. We're on a school garden. Is this a student? Are you a student? Huh? You're here at the Martin Luther King Middle School at the Edible School Garden? You must be a student. No. That is a chicken, and the chickens have they have chickens and ducks, and over here we have the tool house. Hi, are you getting tools to use?
I am. We're gonna go work on our compost piles.
Ah, very good. But you're not students here.
No, we're employees.
Employees.
Yeah.
Very good. Working. This is an Alice Waters inspired edible schoolyard.
Yes, it is.
Very
Absolutely,
good.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to go take a picture of all the kids' gloves.
Check out the tools.
Alice Waters was a Montessori teacher, and so her whole design is everything has a place and everything in its place. So everything from the boots to the shovels to the tools has a place. They're all designed for the kids. The kids don't have to ask the adults where it is. They just go get it. So you're a middle school student here at Martin Luther King Middle School, right?
Yes.
And what are you doing here in the garden?
We're picking some berries.
You're picking some berries. Fantastic. And that's something that you're supposed to come out and do, right?
Yeah.
Great.
You can, if you want to.
That's great. Do you often want to do that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Fantastic.
It does hold it to sit. So.
Very good. Okay. The extent of this property is enormous. And they have flowers and vines and apple trees and various grasses. And here's Helen and Christine. They're talking about what the children do. And of course, everything they raise here, they cook in the coal horizon. Very good. Here's Swiss chard. There's no overhead watering whatsoever. It's all captured water and a drip system. Little classroom area where you can hold a classroom. Beautiful garden architecture, if you will. Let's catch up with Helen and Christine. What is this?
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit. A passion fruit walkthrough.
Do the children like it? We call it.
Wow, look at that. Passion fruit is what Helen calls our caviar.
Make it on the vine until they're wet. So it's so tempting to pick. They look so beautiful.
And see, this is on a school grounds. I mean, it looks like we're out in the farmland. Pomegranates? Wow. I'm just going to walk up here, one last little look. There's no way on this little walkthrough we can do justice to this. There's lemon trees and lime trees over there. Here's some more berries right here, getting ripe. And the kids are encouraged to interact with all of this. Santa's never going to be able to catch up with his fast-moving wife here, and Christine, but
Well, she works mostly these days at Green Gulch. That is his school, isn't it? No? Oh well.
this is the classroom where they teach all the different classes and whether they cook.
Are you filming in here?
The audio is not important, just visual. We have a lot.
Wow.
Okay.
And we're getting ready to teach them something about civilizations in America.
So we're making a video that they're going to watch in their classrooms about the civilizations of the Americas before they come in.
And it ties into what they eat.
It ties into what they eat and also what they're studying in their history class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah. So what is it that the Incas and the Aztecs did that we don't do?
Well, they farmed on floating islands called chinampas. We don't do that anymore.
Floating islands.
Yeah. So they farmed in the middle of the lake.
Oh, yeah.
They grew a lot of staple crops that we don't really grow in the same quantities anymore, but we actually learned a lot from them. So we do a lot of things similar still.
Now, Mrs. Claus uses an olla in her garden, which is, I believe, an Aztec thing. It's that unfired pottery thing that you bury in the ground, and the drip system goes
Oh,
in. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So you talk about irrigation systems that they use?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Farming techniques and things that we actually still do in our garden that we learned from other civilizations.
Now, I know that the Indians did what they call the Three Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell them about that?
Absolutely. They're right there, growing at the top.
Oh, they are. Oh, yeah, okay. So the Three Sisters are the corn stalk, which the beans grow up, and the big squashes with the leaves that basically shade that and keep the evaporation from happening. And are these on floating islands?
These are on canals.
These are in
And
canals.
platforms. The chinampas are the floating islands with the amaranth.
They were the who?
With the amaranth, the chinampas. These right here.
And
the floating
where
islands.
did they live?
Those are the Aztecs.
Oh.
They're on the Lake Texcoco, yeah.
Oh, okay. Which is a freshwater lake.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Cool. Fantastic. Apparently, this is more than just a classroom. That's where the kitchen is, and
This is the kitchen. This
This-
is where we cook. So we have 3 cook stations. Each table has a workstation with a toolbox on it, and I can show you a close-up of that here.
oh, look, they're all color-coded.
They are color-coded, exactly just like the tool shed. So we're using real tools with our students here. This is a 10-inch chef knife, serrated knives, and all of our students learn the different kinds of knives, how to use all the different kinds of knives, which to use when, and they are preparing, doing their sous chef, chopping, cutting, mincing, dicing here at this table, and then when it's time to cook, they go over to their cook stations over here. So at every cook station there's a sink, there's a burner, two burners actually, and then they have a cabinet down here with all of the tools that they might need to cook. So they have their cast iron skillets, their Dutch ovens, their lettuce spinners, all of that is here. And just like in the garden, we want everything to be really accessible to our students. So we have all these open cabinets, all of the cups and plates are visible here, so students don't have to ask where something is. They can just look around and see and find it for themselves.
And that's all part of the Montessori principle of a place for everything and everything in its place?
Part of that, yeah. And it's also because we want to foster independence with our students, and we don't want our teachers to be asked 17 times a day, where are the plates? Although that does still happen sometimes.
Very good, very good. Oh, boy.
Wow. Well, I got a lot
What do you
of
think?
it. I think this is fantastic. We'll have to share this with other teachers in
Okay,
our schools in Carlsbad.
very good. Well, I guess there's a whirlwind tour of the Edible Schoolyard. That's what it's called, right? The Edible Schoolyard at Martin Luther King Middle School in Berkeley, California. So we'll pick you up on the road as we travel on with the Santas United in the War on Childhood Obesity campaign. Bye for now.